It's time for a dramatic week of Big Brother. Welcome to Oh Brother. I'm Anna Rumer with PopCulture, and I am your live feed and episode queen, keeping you updated on everything that went down because, oh my gosh, the house this week. Thank God I'm a queen, not a king this week, and that's going to make sense in a minute. So let's get into our episode-by-episode recap of Week 3, Operation Blindside Butterbeans. We pick back up after Riley's eviction, and we finally get to find out what in the Scaryverse happened to that flip plan to target Cameron instead. While the house did consider saving Riley basically as a big middle finger to Hisam, 𝐒𝐶's alliance ultimately decided to go through with his HOH plan when they learned that pretty much everyone in the house was down to take out Hisam this week. They didn't want to show their cards too early, especially not for someone who wasn't even working with them to begin with.
We have someone going after Hisam. My hands stay clean. The person going after Hisam, they become the next largest threat.
I think it was the right move, even if Riley's side of the house was pretty devastated by it. And oh no, I have to watch Matt cry, never mind, it was a bad move, I'm sorry, Matt.
He knew how to talk to me about everything, this was like hard.
With house target numero uno Hisam in this silly little wig, it was time for the Snot a Winner HOH competition, which was basically a comp to see who wanted to take out Hisam. Not everyone wants that blood on their hands, though.
The second I win it, I have to start making decisions. And when I start making decisions, my cards are shown.
Okay, I didn't expect this, but Corey is quickly becoming one of my favorites. I mean, mark my words, he could win this thing. Luckily though, my other fave in the house, Miss Felicia, was able to win HOH this week, and come on, tell me you're not happy about this.
I said all along, do not count Felicia out. Guess who got the key this week, baby?
Also, with this, Felicia becomes the oldest female head of household in Big Brother history, my queen.
Woo, America! Oh my God! I just won!
But of course, there's a catch from the Humiliverse. Felicia has to get snotted every time she's called by the house for the next 24 hours. But don't worry, she gets to bring a friend. Sorry, Jag. Now, Felicia's win was big for the professors, minus Hisam, but he has no idea. This is going to be a brutal blindside if they pull it off.
I don't have anything to worry about with Felicia being the HOH.
Felicia's allies suggest using Cameron as a pawn on the block against either Blue or Jag to facilitate the eviction. If it goes wrong, they can just take out Cameron. And Felicia's on board, especially after this conversation with Hisam.
Do you know who you're putting him?
I'm still debating. I'm thinking either...
I want Jag out.
And with that, Felicia goes on her goodwill pawn tour, asking Jag and Cameron if they're comfortable acting as pawns to backdoor Hisam. I mean, they both agree, but obviously they're nervous. 'Cause why, Jag?
Pawns go home.
Sunday's episode also had two less game-related moments that we've got to talk about. The first is the budding Blue and Jared showmance, which is making them nervous when it comes to being seen as a pair, and is making everyone watching the live feeds nervous when it comes to the stuff Jared's been saying. No spoilers, I'm sure it's gonna come up. Matt also had a great moment with 𝐒𝐶 and Izzy, opening up to them about living with a disability and what it's like for him here in the house with so many conversations happening at once.
The reason why I seem like a douchebag is I can't hear it. Because I'm ignoring people,
Right. With that, it's time for the nomination ceremony. And right before Felicia leads this auspicious occasion, she has to get snotted. I love the show. Naming Jag and Cameron as her nominations, she only says that they had court today, thanking everyone for attending. Hisam is still the target, and he has no clue.
Catch him completely off guard, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and ain't even gonna know what hit him.
With the backdoor plan in motion and Hisam blissfully unaware that anything is happening, will the veto comp throw a wrench in everything? We left off with Felicia putting up Jag and Cameron as pawns at the nomination ceremony in step 1 of her plan to backdoor Hisam, and literally everyone knows this plan except Hisam.
Unlike Riley's HOH, the way I ran my HOH did not leave people wanting to target me.
Oh, and Red, who Felicia thought might not be on board with the rest of the house. Red is like barely playing girl. He's like slightly miffed when Cameron tells him he'd been left out of the plan and about the professors, but these two are too busy giving folksy to really concern me strategically.
It hits your heart like a damn June bug on a windshield.
Now speaking of showmances, we've got more of Jared and Blue and 𝐒𝐶, oh my god. I'm just saying, I wasn't the one being scolded for having a showmance, but I could feel her anger through the TV when it comes to Jared bringing extra heat on himself and her for being part of a duo.
And I don't like it.
Please, listen to your mom, Jared. Meanwhile, Corey is cementing himself as the life of the house, and remember, I told you I'm really coming around on him.
You like what you see? You could have it all. You and me. Yeah, you. I'll be back for you.
Never a bad idea to make yourself so fun no one wants to send you home.
I played this game so far as like a handsome little boy, and it's been hard, so maybe I'll try my hand as like a sexy woman.
Is anyone else also getting Dr. Will vibes from his diary rooms? Never a bad sign. And with that, it's time to pick for the veto competition. And joining Felicia, Jag, and Cameron are Izzy, Red, and Corey. One more domino falls in Hisam's backdoor plan. I normally could spend a little less time on comps than the TV edit, but no, I could have watched them slip and slide in this goop, bringing eggs back and forth all day, what with Felicia flailing around in the slime.
Felicia is rolling around like a rotisserie chicken.
And Corey was losing his pants, or I'm sorry.
The term I keep using is serving ass. I don't know if that's exactly TV friendly. It's probably on the fence.
Team Corey, it's official. Jag ends up winning the veto, which is perfect because obviously he'll take himself off the block, and then the door is wide open for Felicia to name Hisam as the replacement. Okay, so Hisam, this is kind of your last shot to save yourself with your alliance. Try not to be condescending when Felicia tells you she's considering not just Matt, but possibly Blue as a replacement.
Do you go after the king, or do you go after like a knight?
Now that line is actually really gonna come back to bite him in the butt because this is what Felicia says when Jag uses the veto to take himself off the block.
Hisam, you might have said this, why take out a knight when you can take out a king?
And then she puts Hisam up.
I'm pissed because the people I trusted are the people who stabbed me in the back.
Ouch, that's gonna hurt. But can Hisam make a last-minute pivot to save himself? Plus the return of the pressure cooker HOH. I can't wait, let's get into it. We pick up right after Hisam learned he wasn't sitting pretty this week like he thought. No, he's instead being blindsided by his closest allies, Felicia, Cirie, and Izzy. And he is devastated. These professors are definitely not getting tenure now.
I have to say a part of me actually feels bad because he is hurt.
Aw man, I love a good blindside, but Hisam's sad boy act is working on me a little bit, especially when he tries to make up with Felicia.
I thought that we were all working with each other, and I didn't realize that that wasn't the case.
But then he says this.
But I can't tell them that that's stupid, because no one wants to feel stupid.
And Izzy reminds him of all of his little comments to America about ending up with the leftovers of the house.
I won't be told what to do. My intelligence will not be undermined, and I will not be called a leftover. I will not be someone that you feel you got stuck with.
Now Hisam says he was just trying to make connections with the rest of the house to take the target off his back, but I don't know, he seemed pretty sincere trashing his alliance.
We are literally left over.
All right, I'm locked back in. The back door's gotta happen. Although Felicia, Izzy, and Cirie are starting to doubt that, at least a little. Hisam's sad puppy act really seems to have gotten to them, and his promise of undying loyalty if they save him is at least something to consider. But they know they'd be a fool to bring Hisam back in and work with him as the people who tried to backdoor him. Not only would they be alienating the rest of the house doing so, they'd be opening themselves up for one hell of a revenge fantasy.
I still am not sure what we should do.
And with all that confusion hanging in the air, it's time for the eviction ceremony. Hisam says he's done a lot of growing and reflecting this week. He promises his loyalty to the people who save him, but it's all for naught. The house decides to take out the comp king while they can, evicting him 11-0 in the third straight unanimous decision of the season. He told Julie that he's a direct, competitive guy who's used to making decisions as a doctor, which can intimidate people, or annoy them, but tomato tomato. His response to finding out Cirie and Jared are related is pretty good too.
I would say that makes sense.
Now with Hisam out of the house guests were shocked with a message from the Scary-verse. And 𝐒𝐻. Yes, King 𝐒𝐻 himself is back in this video message to introduce the pressure cooker, the legendary head of household comp he competed in 18 years ago that led to his ultimate demise.
Good luck.
Oh Lord.
Trust me, you're gonna need it.
And this year, things are worse than ever as the house guests compete in pitch darkness, standing in a circle and pressing their button until there's just one person standing. No sitting, no kneeling, no bathroom breaks, no mercy. Last time this went on for 14 hours, so buckle up, baby, turn on those live feeds, it's gonna get good.
I think they did release mosquitoes last time or something.
But first, we learn about the BB power of invincibility. Julie tells us that there will be a viewer vote to award the power to the winner of a competition between the top 4 vote getters. And that winner will be able to save one of the evicted house guests in one of the next 2 evictions, including themselves. And there we leave them, staring at each other in a circle in the dark. I can only hope that this year's pressure cooker is just as iconic as the one nearly 2 decades ago, and you know we're gonna keep you updated in the weeks to come, so stay with us here on Oh Brother. Tune in every week for your rapid fire recaps from way outside the Big Brother house. I'm PopCulture's Anna Rumer.